Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've done another drag tutorial for you. I got such amazing feedback on the last video that I did. I just had to do another drag look. So I came up with this cotton candy inspired fantasy. And once I was done with it, it kind of reminded me of the Christina Aguilera music video from Your Body. So I'm totally down with it. I really like the way this turned out. I did a blue glitter lid with a pink glitter lip. I also paired it with a blonde wig with the ends sprayed with pinks, blues, and some purples just to continue that cotton candy fantasy. So if you guys want to see how I transformed into this Christina Aguilera cotton candy fantasy, then definitely keep on watching. Also, if you guys are new to my channel, well then don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off this tutorial by concealing our eyebrows, and I'm going to start off by taking a cotton pad and some alcohol and rubbing it through my brows to pick up any excess oils that they may have. Then I'm going to take an Elmer's glue stick and rub them against my hair growth to make sure that glue really gets in between my hairs to create a smooth surface. Then I'm just going to brush them more diagonal. I don't like brushing them straight up because I do think it creates more of a smooth surface when I brush them diagonal. Then I'm going to take a blow dryer on that cool setting and just speed up the drying process. And then I'm going to repeat the Elmer's glue stick about 3 to 4 times until I feel really comfortable with my brows being secured. Once they're secured, I'm then going to set them using Ben 9 Super White translucent powder, and this is just going to help cover them even more. And to further conceal them, I'm taking a NYX Under Eye Color Corrector and just lightly dabbing it on my brows to help cancel out that bluish greenish undertone. And then taking that same super white powder by Ben 9, I'm going to set that once again. Now that our brows are concealed, we can move on to our face. And to start off, I'm going to go ahead and prime my skin using the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. And this is just going to help fill in any fine lines and pores that you may have and create a smooth surface for the makeup application. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to color correcting, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in Dark and taking that color correcting shade and applying this on my beard and mustache area. And as you may know, what this orange is going to do is it's just going to help cancel out any blue and green undertones that you may have. And you can use this for facial hair, for bruises, for any bluish greenish scars that you may have, like from acne or anything like that, and this is going to help cancel that out. And for foundation, I'm taking the Mayron Cream Blunt Stick in the shade Medium Olive and applying this as my base foundation. Once I apply that, I'm going to blend it out using a powder puff. And I'm going to take that same foundation and gently push it over my brows. And you want to do this very delicately and softly because you don't want to interrupt or disturb the eyebrows from laying flat. Then I'm going to lightly pat it with my powder puff to blend out the edges. Moving on to highlight, I'm taking the Mayron Cream Blunt Stick in the shade White along with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain, and just mixing this little concoction and starting to highlight my brow bone. And this is going to make sketching out your eyebrows a whole lot easier because you now have a guide to follow. And I'm taking that same concoction and using this to highlight the rest of my face. So I'm going to highlight under my eyes, back up to my temples, a little bit on my chin, and then I am going to go back and highlight the center of my forehead with this shade as well. And of course, I'm going to blend it out using a powder puff. And like I've said before, I really like the way this blends out the product. It really marries the products together and blends them seamlessly. Moving on to contour, I'm taking this first contour shade and just mapping out where I want my contours to be. And the way I like doing my contour is a lot like I do my eyeshadows. I start off with the lightest shade of contour, and then I just build the depth and intensity with darker shades. So here's the first shade that I'm applying, and I'm applying it, of course, on the hollows of my cheeks, on my temples, and my jawline as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and disperse the product with this small stippling brush by e.l.f. And to start to build that depth and that contour, I'm going to take a darker shade and just apply this on the same areas I applied that first shade, with the exception of my jawline, and then just blend it out using a powder puff. Now going back in with my first foundation shade, I'm just going to use this to help clean up and sharpen that contour. Going back in with our first foundation, I'm applying this in between that contour and highlight shade. Although it is drag and you want everything to be bold and dramatic, I still want there to be a nice gradient effect to the contour and the highlight. And I'm just taking that same highlight that we used for under our eyes and our chin, and I'm applying this to the center of my forehead. Moving on to our final contour shade, and I'm applying this using a small concealer brush. And what I'm doing is I'm applying it to the very bottom of my contour, also to the outer perimeter of that contour. And this is where you want the most depth and the darkest of your contour to be, which is the very bottom and the outer perimeter of your face. So right after I applied that contour, I went ahead and set my face with Coty Airspun Extra Coverage Translucent Powder, but my camera did die and I didn't really notice it. So that's basically all that you miss, is just me setting those creams with that Coty Airspun powder. So for eyes, I'm going to go ahead and map out where I want my new crease to be using the LA Girl lip pencil in the shade Spice, and then just going to blend it out using a small crown brush. And for shadows, I'm going to start off with my transition shade. And for this look, I am using the new Sephora Pro Editorial palette. And these pigments are very, very pigmented and very vibrant. And this first shade that I'm going in with is the shade Helen. And to build the crease up, I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade, which is the shade Sean, and apply this right below where we applied that first shade. And for further depth, I'm going to take Dina on this small crease brush and apply this to the very bottom of those shadows. Now I'm just going back in with Helen and making sure everything is blended and seamless. And to really add some more drama, we're going to go in with the black shade from the palette and really cut that crease. Then taking Porcelain from that same palette, we're going to apply this as our brow highlight. Taking Ben Nye's Super White Powder mixed in with Ben Nye's Cameo Powder, we're going to heavily apply this under our eyes to further intensify that highlight. Now to bring out those cream contours, we're going to go ahead and powder contour, and much like the creams, we're going to start off with a lighter shade and then just build the depth and intensity. And this first shade that I'm going in with is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan. And to really cut that cheek, I'm going to take this sharp edge and apply this to the cheek, and that's really going to cut that cheek and define it. I'm also going to take this same edge and apply this to the temple, and this is really going to help exaggerate that highlight. And before our blush application, I'm just going to dust off this excess powder that we applied under our eyes. And this is just going to help me distribute that blush application better and actually see where the product is being distributed. And for blush, I'm taking the e.l.f. blush palette and I'm taking that bronzy terracotta shade with the shimmery pink shade and applying this right above my contour. For my nose contour, I'm taking the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan and using this for my nose contour with a fluffy blending brush. For my lower lash line, I'm just taking a white pencil by NYX and applying this to the waterline and the lower lash line. Moving back up to our eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and map out and draw out my wing liner. And to sketch out the shape of that wing, I'm going to take the BH Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Black and use this to sketch out the shape of the eyeliner. Once I have the desired shape, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with the NYC Liquid Liner. Once our liner is complete, we can go ahead and further add some depth and dimension. And here I'm just taking some black along with Dina and applying this to the crease. Now that we have our wing, we can go ahead and fill in that blank space. And I'm going to take some Spirit Gum as my glitter adhesive. Then I'm going to go ahead and take Ben Nye's Sparkler in the shade Royal Blue. Now that you've applied your glitter, you can kind of see the direction that the look is going in, and if you want to add some more depth, you can do this at this time. So for the lower lash line, I went ahead and used that white pencil by NYX, and then I just applied some liquid liner right below that to create a new lower lash line. So for brows, I'm going to go ahead and take the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast and use this to sketch out my brows. And of course, once you've sketched them out, you just want to go ahead and fill them in. Moving on to lips, I'm going to go ahead and line them with the NYX lip liner in the shade Pinky Rose. Once our lips are lined, I'm going to take the Milani Amore Metallic Lip Cream in the shade Cinematic Kiss. And since I love being extra, I'm going to take this pink glitter in the shade Bubblegum and apply this over that metallic lip that I used. And we're going to go ahead and finish this look off with a pink iridescent highlight from BH Cosmetics and 2 pairs of 301 drag lashes stacked together. And that's going to conclude the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this cotton candy fantasy transformation. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.